So I had this idea for a project that I want to work on, and it's a project based on flowers. And I wanted to do a series of photos of flowers in the studio on a clean black background, because most of the time when you see flowers, it's out in the wilderness. So being able to just completely isolate them, just one flower on a canvas would be super cool. And I had this idea, and I have this notebook. And I take this notebook pretty much everywhere I go. It goes in my camera bag when I travel, and it sits on my desk when I work. And the whole idea of it is that if I have an idea, I just write it down the moment it comes to me. So this is called Photo Set of Flowers, and it's a photo shoot that I came up with the idea for. But the problem is the equipment that I use, the A7S II, is not exactly the best camera for this kind of work. I'll explain. Basically, the A7S II is a powerhouse when it comes to low light situations and when it comes to video making. The 4K video is awesome, and the 12 megapixel stills are pretty great. If you have a 4K screen and you put a 12 megapixel image and you stretch it all the way to the corners, you actually have more pixels that you can use than just what's on the screen. So for stuff that goes on the web, 12 megapixels is totally fine. For Instagram or Facebook or whatever, social media, still totally fine. But if you're doing large prints of fine art work, you need something a little higher megapixel count. So what I decided to do is I wanted to rent a piece of equipment. I was thinking either an A7R III or a Hasselblad, so that way I could get a higher megapixel image with really good color. And the reason I chose those two cameras was the A7R III is an awesome camera, and I have the A7S II and I love it, and in the future I'm going to be upgrading this camera, so getting to experience a camera that is an option for me to upgrade to would be nice. And the Hasselblad, because it's a Hasselblad, I've always wanted to experience the luxury camera experience, being a Leica or a Hasselblad, these cameras that your average person will never own and most people don't even get to see or touch. Being able to experience that is just something I've always wanted to do. So I figured maybe that would be an option. And I was talking to my dad about this whole idea, and he said, you know what, let's just go crazy. Let's rent the Hasselblad for a few days and a few lenses, and we'll just do a bunch of photo shoots with it. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So that's what we did. We rented a Hasselblad, and it should be coming in the next couple days, and I'm going to be using it to do a whole bunch of shoots. I'm going to shoot the flowers, I'm going to do some portraits, I'm going to do some landscapes. Basically, I'm just going to learn everything that the camera has to offer and just try to experience it. And hopefully you'll come along with me on that. I think that's the doorbell. Wow, that's a really cool camera. This is going to be a really exciting few days. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to see the videos with this crazy expensive, crazy cool camera. And yeah, so go ahead and check out my Instagram to see the photos I'm going to be posting, and toodles.